Hello and welcome everybody to another DC Universe online live stream. My name is Meps and you are here today to witness the launch of our new seasonal event, Homecoming. Yay! Everybody's excited. With me today, we have Red 5 here DJing.
Hey everybody,
Say hi, Red
just
5.
manning turntables.
We've got Pandaris.
Oh, hello there.
And we have Writing Desk.
Heck yeah.
And we have Jack Frost.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Palace Cat.
Hey, y'all.
We will get to specifically what everybody does, if you don't know us already, in a moment as we go through things. But I want to kick stuff off. Like I said, Homecoming is our new seasonal event. It launches today on live servers. I believe our US servers are up. Our EU servers will be up soon. So jump in, check it out when the stream is over. I'm going to kick it over to Pandaris. We haven't had a new seasonal event in many years, actually. How did plans for a new one come to be?
Yeah, well, not having one in a few years was definitely one of the reasons.
Right?
So September's one of our kind of between episodes months. It's one of our slower months. So I wanted there to be something that players could have and expect, because almost every other month has something. So I wanted there to be something that they could look forward to and have available. So I think more than a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago, I challenged the team to come up with something to come up in that slot. And then we happened to have sort of a scheduling conflict that allowed us to actually turn into an opportunity to create this, which is super cool.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, we've been trying to slot in work for it at least for 2 years, maybe 3 years. It just never quite made the schedule, so this year it did work out. Yeah.
2 and change at least.
Yeah. Where did Homecoming come from?
Yeah, so we wanted to slot it in September, and our seasonals are usually relegated to whatever the season is. So, we had to think about what's kind of available around then. So, starting of school, that's kind of associated with homecoming and things like that. So it's either that or like pumpkin spice latte, which is available at your Starbucks now.
That would have been the event to do, the pumpkin spice event. Although we kind of already have that one, don't we? So.
Yeah. That one's a little bit more pumpkin-y themed. Good. Look forward to some of the more pumpkin themed items will have come out this year. Those are looking really cool.
Yeah, that's alluding to October's event, not this homecoming event.
Nope, next one.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, when you're doing sort of a school or tweenager type event, the Teen Titans is probably the most iconic group you'd want to do. And we already had done an episode around them and had the environment for them. So it was a pretty good opportunity to reuse some of those assets and show them off again. Plus, they're the Teen Titans are super fun. Cyborg's always shooting party cannons and all that.
Yeah, that is the go-to group of tweenagers, as they say these days, I suppose.
I don't think they do.
I do. Most people are going to know who the Teen Titans are, but let's move over to Writing Desk, who's our narrative designer. Can you just remind us real quick, just who are the Teen Titans and why are they having a homecoming party?
Yeah, sure. So Teen Titans are super popular. They're, a group of, partially sidekicks, partially their own characters who've really come together in this found family sort of thing, led by Robin or Nightwing, and now who has passed the mantle on to his younger brother, Damian. And Starfire is an exiled alien from the planet Tamaran. Very powerful, but also, kind of has a bit of it hurts to be kicked out of your home like that. And so she's found her own home in the Teen Titans, and that's really what this new event is all about. Is she has been exiled from Tamaran by her older sister, Blackfire. And Blackfire is just this real mean, just traitorous, trying to get in every barb she can, and just really twist the knife on her poor, sweet little sister who, everyone really likes and adores, and Blackfire can't stand that. So she's exiled Starfire, but she's exiled her in a way that says, hey, come back next year and appeal, and maybe next year I'll let you back in.
Is
And
that
of course,
just to torture her, or what do you think's going on there?
oh, yeah, absolutely, just to torture her, just to dangle hope and say, oh, maybe this time it'll be different. A real uh, Lucy and the football, but every time she yanks it away.
Right.
So every year, Starfire hopes maybe this is the year I'll get to really go back home for real. And every year, Blackfire turns her down, and she's super bummed. But she comes home back to Earth, and the Teen Titans all rally around Starfire and cheer her up and make her feel better. And that really annoys Blackfire because Blackfire is like, I don't want you to feel any little bit of joy. And so Blackfire, on top of renewing the exile, decides to come and crash the party and make her suffer herself. But Starfire's got so many friends, the players included, that we managed to drive off this sibling threat and keep the party going.
Or at least that's our task, if we're up to
That's
it.
our task.
All right.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Red 5, why don't you leave the dance floor here temporarily and
Oh, might as well have fun with these people.
take us to Titan's Island, where the homecoming festivities have begun.
Let's do it.
Obviously, we are in the House of Legends right now, and you can see it's decorated for the event, as it usually is for our seasonal events. Fly
I
over
wanted
there.
more air horns, but they wouldn't let me.
I remember this spot.
You wanted more air horns. Oh,
Yeah,
just
like,
for...
like when you come through that.
I see.
Yep, so we're here on Titan's Island. You can see the Titan's Tower. This is the location of the carnival.
So flies around Red 5, and Jack Frost, our content designer here, you built most of this, or were kind of leading the charge on most of this open world stuff and the alert, which we'll get to. Can you just kind of walk us through what we're seeing or what players have to do here in the open world?
Yeah, so it looks like somebody's already joined in and started, and I'm watching on the other screen, so this is exciting to me. So essentially there's 2 daily missions in the open world, and one of them is basically just, hey, go play mini games, and you should be able to finish the daily mission by just playing one of the mini games in a day if you're really good at the mini game. But if you're not all that good at the mini game, it should be easy enough that you should still be able to do it in maybe 2 or 3, and just you could even possibly quit early if you succeeded your mission. There's a bunch of feats that we've built related to the different mini games. And there are 3 different games, and each of them will update that same mission. Additionally, there's some Tamaranian invaders kind of off on one side of the island that the other daily mission is about. And they are harassing the Titans party guests. They're having a homecoming party, and they invited some friends, and the Tamaranians don't like Starfire and her friends, so they're here to cause a ruckus.
Crashing the party, being hostile. What are the 3 mini games? You want to go through those just real quick? Just a brief summary.
Yeah. So the first one is called, and in no particular order, Boulder, Bowl, and Toss, and the players basically have targets off to one side, and they either need to bowl or toss boulders at the targets in order to score points. And there's a time limit on each of the targets, and the smaller targets have a shorter time limit and are worth more points towards your daily mission. And then there's a minigame called Shooting Gallery, which is kind of similar, except for instead of you throwing things, you actually get in a turret, like Red 5 is coming up to right here. and there are a bunch of drones, and they are different colors, and they're worth different points, and they stick around for different lengths of time, and you need
Nice.
to shoot them and try to blast them. And you have a second ability on your hotbar, which if they get too close, you can do like an AOE from your position. The third mini game I named after a little game that I have to play with one of my cats. It's called Scoot Your Booty, and our bigger cat or older cat will try to eat our little cat's food, and so like I have to close the little cat into a different room, and when I feed him, so I have to tell him scoot your booty so that he will go into the room. Anyway, so here you temporarily have super speed, and your goal is to get out of the hot zones, which are the yellow and orange and red, and go to the cool zones, which are sort of purple, blue, and then green. And if you stand on a green spot, you're going to get credit. If you stand on a yellow or a red spot, it'll shock you and knock you out of the way. So essentially, you just kind of move around. It's a little bit of almost a dance floor, but so dance around and try to get to the right spots. And then there's a little board there, kind of giving you a hint where you should go.
Very cool. I love the cat lore. That was new interest or new information for me.
Yeah, I was hoping Scoot Your Booty would make it past our editorial, and it did.
It
So
fairly
there's
did.
that.
Yay. Awesome. This looks cool. Which one of these games is the most difficult, would you say?
It depends. I think on I don't know. I've
What
played them all a lot.
what do you
so-
think? What does the room think? What do you think, Red 5?
Scoot Your Booty is the one I play the most, but I'm not very good at it. I think the short games are the harder ones.
I think it
Pandaris.
depends on your movement though.
Which one you're used to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Palace Cat, do you have an opinion?
I'm garbage at any shooting game, whether it's within our game or any others. So anything that requires precise aim and good timing, I'm out. So I think that's probably the hardest one for me.
For this one, I'm really leveraging all of the Dance Dance Revolution practice I've got with Pandaris.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's been
yeah.
training me. We have like a montage.
Yeah, he's got some moves.
He does. You guys think we're joking?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call them moves.
See? Nailed it.
And just to give y'all a little bit of info, you can interact with a Titan to quit out early. Let's say you've finished your mission and you're not working on any of the feats, because there are a bunch of feats related to a bunch of this, a bunch of these mini games. But you can basically quit early and be like, I'm done. If you want to.
Good to know.
You suddenly realize you have to be in a meeting.
Yeah, you're supposed to be working.
Yeah. We've all been there.
Sure.
All right, let's jump into the alert now. Writing Desk, do you want to set us up for what we're going to see and where we're going?
Sure. Real quick though, I wanna point out, Big mentioned that the story didn't sound very villainous for our villain players. That's correct. But there is something exciting on the villain side, which is that Tara is alive. The last time we saw Tara, she was maybe dead. But now we confirmed that she is back, and she is sending villain players there to distract the Teen Titans so that she can get something from Titan's Tower. And maybe we'll see what that is at some point in the future.
Oh,
So
no.
there's a little bit extra for villains, and maybe heroes can notice some hints about it here and there.
It's cake, isn't it?
Yeah, she steals Starfire's cake so that nobody can have any. So the alert is there's supposed to be like the real party, quote unquote, in the inside of Titan's Tower. All the Teen Titans are kind of scrambling to hold this party together and distract Starfire from all the things that are potentially going wrong with it. So we move the party inside, but the Tamaranian attack force just concentrates on the tower, and the Teen Titans spread out to deal with all of these attacks all over the tower, and Starfire herself gets attacked by Blackfire. And so we have to kind of defend her along with some of the other Teen Titans who have stayed behind and gotten trapped by Blackfire. And so it's a real showdown between those, and there's a lot of good opportunities for this sibling back and forth, and a lot of bickering, and a lot of fun moments between all of the different Teen Titans. That was one of the most fun things. Is that it's such a ensemble cast. The Teen Titans. Everyone brings something unique and cool, and being able to give everyone a moment, even if it's just a quick one, was a real delight.
Does that make the writing more fun or more difficult or both? What would you say?
Ooh, good question. Yeah, it's more fun and more difficult because you gotta uh, do something with not as much material, with not as much time. So
Yeah.
it's more like, I guess, writing a good haiku, where, as
Right.
opposed to a more free form poem. You gotta really hit a tight budget there.
The homecoming haiku event, maybe next year. All right, yeah, Red Five, go ahead and take us in.
Okay, I'm on live, so I'm afraid that like I'm gonna get in with an actual party of people
That's
unless I
okay.
real fast.
I mean,
Oh no, people will have fun.
we can show what the game is
Oh
by
wow,
playing it.
that cute immediately.
And we found a last minute kind of minor bug in the alert that we're going to try to patch out later today or possibly tomorrow. So if you come across it, I'll be sure to chime in and let you know that you hit the bug. It's pretty minor though.
There we go. And Jack Frost, you were lead on building this interior content as well. That's correct, right?
Yeah, so we really wanted to, it's it's a seasonal instance, so we really wanted to try to hit a similar level of challenge as our other seasonals, but without some of the frustration of a couple of our seasonal instances. So trying to strike that balance of letting players who, are fairly new to the game, maybe level 15, whatever, letting them play alongside and still be able to complete this is kind of the balancing act, while also trying to make something that is somewhat engaged, is engaging for super end game, super high level players who, are up for bigger challenges than this, which is what our normal episodes are. So this is really aiming for that middle ground of, yeah, it's not a huge challenge, but it should be hopefully fun for folks.
Definitely. Is that Pandaris or Pal's Cat really pressuring you to get that feedback accomplished?
Oh, it's everyone.
It's everyone.
I usually like to say that you can play these sort of pieces of content with like a sandwich in your hand. DCO is maybe not so great to play one-handed, but it should be enough that you can be a little distracted, maybe watching Netflix, but enough engaging that you have to be there, right, and have fun with it.
Definitely for the seasonals, for sure. All right, we're watching the action happen here. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, speaking of fun, so I'm new to these live streams, obviously, and I mostly do marketing work. So I think the one big contribution that I had to this particular seasonal was finding quotes from party movies. So if you listen closely to some of the chatter, I believe there's a Mean Girls reference in there, and that was my major contribution to anything with this episode.
Yeah, I guess we didn't actually get around to introducing you, Pal's Cat, but you are our brand manager here.
Yes.
My better half, really, in the marketing community area. So, welcome.
Thank you.
And that cutscene, I think that was one of our new content designers that made that. Was that right, Jeff?
Yes, and I forget his forum handle. Otherwise, I'd give him props off the bat. Yeah, and he also helped with the party afterwards in the hologram room, and another newer content designer helped with propping out the House of Legends. So, thank you guys.
A lot of
Yeah.
our content has team efforts involved where possible.
A lot of it, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Ooh.
somebody has to fix Jack Frost's bugs, right?
I know, right?
Have we hit that one? Hopefully not.
Oh, you already did actually.
Great. And we
It
didn't
was
even notice, did we?
yeah.
Great.
There's a minor issue where if you're still, you can trigger the intro cam and the intro for the boss before defeating all the base pop, and that was not intended. And y'all were still fighting some dudes, some Tamaronian dudettes, excuse me, and all of a sudden the cam was triggering. It's like, whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen.
I was definitely wondering what happened. Also, don't look at my DPS.
Even in the event, he's nervous.
Oh, my gear score. Oh, snap, you guys. Look at
Ooh,
this. We got
nice.
a super rare collection piece
Ooh.
for the confetti aura. Wow, that's awesome. Transferring that over to my main.
Oh my gosh, this was my favorite collection to write.
Yeah, it was really cool. You spit it out real quickly, too.
He thinks so, but the last few I got them real quick, but the rest of them I spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to think of them.
Collections are hard to write, but they're really fun. Some people have already noticed that we've updated one of our NPCs here. Oh, where's everybody going?
Boy. I mean, they're going to the party. Believe.
Well, thankfully, I put on my party tux, as you can see.
You did.
I roll.
Very snazzy. You just need the homecoming crown, and then you'll be homecoming king.
Hopefully, I'll get elected king. You know, this year is my year. I'm really hoping.
Speaking of crowns and rewards and Red 5 being the systems designer who's talking right now, what do you get? What do you get for playing this event?
Oh, yeah. So what did we earn? In our inventory, we got a lot of stuff here I need to trade out. Prize tickets. So because it's a carnival, you're going to get prize tickets. That is the new currency for homecoming. Somebody was smart enough to put in a vendor in here. So if you come to the party, you want to do a little shopping and get outfitted, you can come here and visit the vendor. Vendor's got a few things. We've got a new accessory. We've got a collection piece for a collection that rewards a new confetti aura. If you want to look like Blackfire for your cosplay, you've got her hairstyle here and her crown. And if you happen to be elected homecoming king or queen, you can put on this crown style. I have
If you get elected. Yeah.
You can also just elect yourself by buying it with prize tickets.
Capitalism.
A true representation of democracy as it stands today.
Yep. So let's go ahead and just assume that I was elected homecoming king because
Yeah.
I think it's inevitable. I'll go ahead and throw this guy on. Boom. Now it's official. Everybody's going to know. Red 5, homecoming king.
It suits you in your tux. It's very good.
Kind of dark in here.
Ooh.
There we go. I think. Actually, never mind. I don't want to say. Okay, so what else is there? There's a lot of. There's an aura. Probably do the aura next. The aura
Sure.
you get, like I said, from completing this collection. It's called the confetti aura, and it basically looks like a party all around you. Real
Makes
cool.
it rain. Confetti.
Yeah, and
Nice.
it's really cool because it sort of follows behind you. It's one of those auras, so you leave a little trail of confetti behind you.
Especially if you walk really cool like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is what I do.
And this was made by one of our new effects artists as well, which is exciting.
Oh yeah, he nailed this. I was like,
I think it was like the first or second thing he did.
for the next one, I'm gonna change from my party attire to my Tamaranian cosplay, so I can get the full outfit going here.
Looking good.
Let's see. Like I said, you've got the Tamaranian royal hair, which is the Blackfire. It's very similar to the Starfire hair, but like a little poofier up here, but real long.
Oof.
You jealous there, Red 5?
What?
Rude.
Yeah. No. Second, you've got her crown. So again, just like Blackfire. It's pretty cool. Goes great with his hair. And third, if you don't want to go adventuring by yourself, you can call in your buddy, Silky.
Who is this writing desk?
Oh, that's such a great question. So in the comics, Silky is spelled SYL''KTE, is an alien from Tamaran. And I think most people know the version of Silky from the cartoon, which is a moth larva that they rescued from Killer Moth. And that is Starfire's pet. And it's kind of a gross pet in the way that cats sometimes are gross, but dialed up to 11. But it's also so incredibly cute. Look at those eyes. Look at those little feet. Look at that little pinchy tail.
I mean, it's a lot cuter than it used to be. Remember when we first put it on PC test and there was a bug? It caused him to be like horribly
Yeah.
deformed and stretched.
The irony of a bug on a buggish accessory is just too good. Alanis Morissette is quaking at the irony.
Yeah.
Let's go back to
Ooh,
the
Meps.
party.
It's time for dog wrestling over there.
Whoop, he probably should have muted.
Work from home, guys.
It's the best.
Yeah, I'm so happy. And not only do we have Silky in the game, but I love that little wiggle that he does. Because, you know, it could have been the case that Silky just kind of flies there a little static. And that would have felt weird, in my opinion. But
Yep.
he's got this jiggle.
Our animator always does great animations, but Silky may be one of his best.
I have returned. Sorry about that. My dog being crazy.
All right, we've gone from Homecoming King to DJ.
Heck yeah.
Representing with the Starfire cosplay.
But yeah, there's a few other things on the vendor. You can get some new consumable buffs. You can turn your prize tickets into tokens of merit if you want to advance those feats. So yeah, get out there, play those games, get some feats.
And I'm not sure if it got mentioned while I wasn't here, but there are base items as well.
Oh, base items! I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I didn't give myself any base items. So there's a bunch of them. A bunch of new stuff that they made for this event. A lot of the game stuff. If you were so inclined, you could start your own games in your base. I'm excited to see some interesting versions of the Scooch Your Booty board in people's bases for the next base tour.
Definitely. All right, so that is the new Homecoming event. You got the open world party going on, lots of mini games, and some party crashers to take out, as well as the internal alert, where you got to protect Starfire's party and a bunch of rewards. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today, joining me today. Jack Frost, excellent work. Writing Desk, great work. Red 5, pretty good work. Banderas, whatever.
I mean, I didn't really do any work. I just asked people to do it. So that's fair.
All right, so like we said at the beginning of this, this event is now live, and I believe all of the servers are up. So go ahead, jump in the game, and get to your party right now. And we'll see you guys next.
Did you tell them about the giveaway?
Oh, stay tuned for later this afternoon, because we do have a homecoming sweepstakes on the way, where you will want to take a screenshot of yourself participating in homecoming, whether that's crashing the party or having the party, whatever way you think is best. And if you submit, you'll be able to win some cash for in-game, and there'll be details about that on our Twitter and Facebook pages very soon.
Also, it feels like there's some good additions to the game that this patch that might be worth mentioning. Like you can now use the work menu to teleport straight to your league hall.
This was a full game update. Yep, there are a bunch of other things in there. Some graphics improvements with the way some things are rendered. That was pretty big.
Now you can buy the previous year's Batman t-shirts on the Fate vendor for the Fate stuff. Of course, we've got like the Son of the Bat cape. It's not really new for this patch, but it's new for this month. It has the daily rewards, so we'll be logging in every day to get that. Can't think of anything else.
Did we do the allies thing, or is that the future patch?
That's future patch.
Okay. Shh.
Yeah.
This is, I think, the first time though that we see Blue Beetle in the game.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Someone
true.
correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
That's accurate.
He was there. He looked really awesome.
Very fun, very popular character.
Not to bury the lead, but DJ Mala and his hype man Brain are DJing the party in Titan's Tower as well.
Oh, that's right.
Amazing.
So many awesome characters in this seasonal. And I have to call out what a great job you guys did on this House of Legends. Like, I freaking love this. Might be my favorite seasonal House of Legends decorations.
It definitely brings out the atmosphere. Get the party started.
Mostly just because I'll spend all my time here at the DJ booth.
And that's what you can do too, folks, if you log in and play Homecoming right now. All right, thanks for doing this. We'll see you everybody next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Have fun.
Thank you.